Namaskar, hello, and welcome back. Today I'm going to share a small story with you all. There is a small village named as Marshall in the state of Goa in India, and there was a small boy named Raghu who was 6 years old at that time. He was staying with his mother in that village. Father was already passed away, so he was, both of them were staying there. And the story is around 60, 70 years old, right? So it's of that time. And his mother was having a thought that Raghu should always have a good life to live. He should get a proper education, he should get proper exposure of the world, and he should grow in his life. So that was her thought, and she thought that it is not possible by staying in this small village, so we need to go to a bigger city. And in those days also the bigger city was Mumbai, so she decided that okay, I'll take my kid along with me and I'll go to Mumbai. So whatever luggage they had, she wrapped it up in her old sari and put it on her shoulder, and along with Raghu she reached Mumbai, and they started living in a slum of Dharavi, right? It's the biggest slum that we all know, right? A slum wherein the day starts with all the bad words that you can think of, and the day ends with a bottle of liquor. So that was the situation in which Raghu and his mother were living, right? And after getting there, his mother thought that I should start working somewhere, I should start earning so that I can send him to a good school, him to a better school at least. So from somewhere she got the information that there is an interview happening in a company next by wherein she can go and apply. The minimum required educational qualification in that company was third standard pass. So if you are third standard pass, you can apply for the job, right? So she was illiterate, she was not having any exposure of any kind of education, but she thought that okay, fine, this job I may not get, but I may get something else. So she decided to go for the interview. She went there, her number came, she went for the interview. The interviewer asked her that how much, how what is your educational qualification. So she said that I'm not having any education, I'm illiterate. So the interviewer got so upset with her, and literally he insulted her and humiliated her, and she asked her to leave, and she was absolutely into her tears, and she came out and she was absolutely frustrated. And at the time she was feeling very much insulted, because she was insulted absolutely, and she thought that I want to work because I want to give a better future to my kid, and I'm not getting a job just because I'm not having required educational qualification, minimum required educational qualification. I'm not having that. There are n number of people in this world who are having a job, who probably don't even need that job, or there are n number of people who are having a job which is providing them everything for their life, and still they are thankless about their job. Here I want to do something for my kid and I'm not getting a job. This is the time and this is the moment when I take an oath, and she commits it to herself that whatever the situation comes, I'll ensure that Raghu gets the education of all the kind of education which I can provide to him, and he'll gather all the information, all the education, all the knowledge which is going to take him to all the platforms across the globe. And she takes the oath there that tomorrow if Raghu goes to any company or any place in the world, nobody should say or nobody should tell him that you are not having the minimum required educational qualification. So she decides and comes back, start working in the nearby household, like floor mopping and all the kind of work which is there, odd jobs she was doing. And Raghu also started working, and he also starts going to school, municipality school. He takes the admission there and he starts working, and he starts studying also. So he's studying also, he's working also. He's slowly and slowly, after a couple of years, after some years, he appears for his 10th examination, comes back with the result and says that okay, he was very happy because he has stood as a merit student. So he was having meritorious percentage, 1995 something he has scored, and he comes back to his mother and says that okay, mother, you don't have to work now, I have scored, I am a meritorious student, I'll work, you just stay home and you take care of yourself. So that is the moment when she says that okay, hold on for 1 minute, can you study further? And he says yes, I can. She says okay, then do it, please go ahead and do it. So he goes and takes admission for 12th. Again, appeared for the 12th examination, comes back with the result and says okay, mama, now I have scored again merit in my 12th standard and I can work, you don't have to worry now, so you can stay home, I'll work. And she says okay, hold on 1 minute, can you study further? He says yes, I can. So he goes back to Mumbai University, takes admission in the chemical engineering department, and starts studying there. He's working also, he's studying also. he appears for engineering examination, final year examination. He comes back with a gold medal, right? So he comes back to his mother and he says that, okay mother, now I have secured gold medal. I am an engineer now. I'll work. You stay home. You take care of yourself. She says, okay, hold on 1 minute. Can you study further? He says, yes, I can. He again goes back, takes admission for the MTech. He again appears for the examination, 2 years of MTech course. He again comes back, comes back with a gold medal. Again, he comes and stands in front of his mother and says that, okay, I have secured a gold medal. Now you don't have to worry about, you can stay home. I'll work. She said, okay, hold on 1 minute. Can you study further? He said, yes, I can study further. He enrolls himself for PhD. He completes his PhD. He not only completes his PhD, but he also helps 16 students to complete their PhDs as well. And he is still living, rather, at that particular moment he was living in that slum area only. So he not only uplifts his life, but he ensures that other people's lives are also getting uplifted. So he improves his life and he improves 16 people's lives as well. But now he is not stopping there. So he has completed his 1 PhD. Now keep on counting, 1, 2, 3, 4. Recently he has completed his 39th PhD. Today that 6-year-old Raghu is now working with Global Research Organization as their chairman, right, where 60,000 scientists of the world are working under him. He is the chairman of that organization, right, and he is leader in terms of everything. He has worked with APJ Abdul Kalam's, his core team. He has worked with them, and he has also fought 2 cases in international court against America for the patent of turmeric as well as for basmati rice. So he is the one who was behind all these things, and he is the one who was in 2014 was honored with the 2nd highest civilian award of India, that is Padma Vibhushan, and he is none other than, he is Dr. Raghunath Anant Mashilkar. Every time I share this story, every time I listen to this story, every time I read this story, I get to learn new things about this individual, about how to live life with a huge passion and how to keep on improving yourself, doesn't matter what the situation is. I hope this has added value to your knowledge also, and if you have learned something from this, do share your comments in the comment section. Hope to see you all in the next video. Thank you so much. Jai Hind. Thank you.